welcome to Whiff Little Things. I'm Andrea, and today I'm showing you a couple of bits and bobs that I've been sent. This absolutely gorgeous card, look at it. I don't even know how you start to make this, but I'm going to figure it out and make one. Absolutely gorgeous card from Anne-Marie McLean, who we've become quite good friends. She's on a lot of the same paper crafting groups as me, and also she joined in Ben's Beanies as well, so we've got a bit of affinity that we both enjoy a variety of crafts. Yeah, so I got this, look at this gorgeous card. I don't know if you can see, but on that label there, on the sentiment there, those little tiny hearts, they're so cute. Absolutely love it. I'm a proper tea drinker as well, me, so yeah, anything to do with tea and teacups and teapots, I absolutely love. She also sent me some extra thick cardstock to try out, and it is extra thick as well, and it feels really lovely and smooth. So I'm going to be trying that out in a project right now. And she also sent me, I won't glare you with the Miri card, but she also sent me what she called her favourite Miri. So I'm going to use some, and then I'm going to see, I'm going to ask her where it's from. And yeah, because it does look really, it's really nice and thick, and it looks really, really super sheeny. And I've noticed Anne-Marie does use a lot of silver Miri card on her cards, and I think it just adds that little special touch. And it can be quite expensive, so if you can get it a little bit less expensive and you know that it's really good quality, then I guess it's always worth investing in, just to add that little extra something. Bits and bobs. I'm going to make a couple of cards using the things I got from Clearly Besotted. I did a little haul of Clearly Besotted things, so I'm going to be using those bits and bobs and with this white card and this lovely Miri card, and see what I come up with that. I will be using Stampin' Up! Inks, because I only really use Stampin' Up! Inks. I do have some others, but I have Memento, and I have some Stays On colours, and I have the little teardrop ones, and I do have lots of different inks, but I have Tim Holtz ones, but Stampin' Up! Are my favourite. So, oops, we got a bit out of focus there. Got no nails on today, got nothing today. I'm not very well, actually, so I can't really be bothered. You can always tell when I'm not very well because my hands get really swollen. Anyway, yeah, so I'm going to get cracking and see what I can come up with. Right, so I'm going to try and sort of replicate this card using different patterns and stuff. So I think I've managed to achieve that. So I'm going to just sort of run you through what I've done here and build it together with you. If I think I've got everything I need here. So I'm starting off with a piece of 4.5 by 10 3/4 white cardstock. This is, I think it's Adorable Scrabble by Hunky Dory, I'm not sure. I'll say what it is if I've made a mistake there. And this is, I find, compared to Whisper White, the regular sort of thickness Whisper White, it's a much sharper white. It's more white than off-white. And it's much thicker. It's thicker even than the extra thick Whisper White. This would be great for box making. And for really nice sturdy cards. So it's 4.5 by 10 3/4, and it's scored on the long side at 5 3/4, 7 1/4, 8 3/4, and 10 1/4. So I'm just going to burnish all of those score lines. Sometimes if you're used to working with a thinner card, a much, a more sort of flexible card, you might be put off by working with a really heavyweight card, I don't know. So then another piece of card you need, I've cut mine to 3 3/4 by 6 3/4, and I've scored it on the long side at 1/2 and at 2. Okay, so I'm just going to burnish those. That's to get that flap going over the front. Slightly different size to what was used on that card, but that's going to attach there and go like that. Okay, so for the back piece here, then you need one piece of cardstock that goes over the whole piece, DSP, and I'm using a free download that I talked about in a recent video. Mine's 4¼ inches by 7 inches, and that's going to be glued in there. So it's going to cover the big panel and one of the little panels there. So I'm going to glue that straight on. It's just a little ditzy flower pattern that I love. I love little floral patterns. And then you need a piece of cardstock, because this is going to be exposed. So let me just bend that and burnish it again now it's got the paper in it. I think that's right. No, I don't think, she didn't do it down to there. Well, I have, but you don't have to do it down to there. You can just do it down to the end of here. I've obviously done it further than I needed to. So then we need a piece for here and a piece for here. So I've gone, no I haven't. So I've gone with the same, I'll have to remember what I've done now. Yeah, I've gone with the same pattern for those two pieces. And these measure 4¼ by 1 3/8. Okay, so I'm just going to stick those on. Make sure I get them on the right ones. I don't need one on this piece because this is the bottom, so you can't see it, I think. I'm looking at Anne-Marie's card, just to make sure I'm doing the right thing. And then one on there, which you are going to be able to see. Okay, so that's all going to go back. So far so good. And then you've got your panel, this panel. So we've scored those. So we need a piece of paper to go over the top. Well, on this one I'm going to be using gingham and the Miri card that I wanted to try out. So mine's going to stack up that's going to be across there, the gingham. Then I'm going to have the Miri card, the gingham there. And then I'm going to have a Miri card and a white cardstock layer, and then I'm going to be sticking on these fussy cut flowers. Okay, so that's how my... Was I going to put another piece behind there? I'm just wondering what that piece is for. I think it's just an accident. Yeah, I don't need that piece. So these pieces then, this little strip to go across here measures 1 3/8 by 3 5/8. So I'm just going to glue that on. I'm using the little gingham Gala papers from Stampin' Up this time. And then my Miri board is going to go on. This is really lovely stuff. I'm just going to do that off camera because I hate glaring into the abyss on camera. And oh sorry, did I say the dimensions of my Miri were 4½ by 3 5/8, and then a piece of gingham which measures 3¼ by 4¼ I'm using the small side just in keeping with the little soft pattern of the floral paper. I'll come back onto the main shot now so that you can see what I'm doing. And then I've got the piece of Miri which measures 3.5 by 2.5, and then I've just used a corner punch to tidy up the edges. I'm going to stick this down flush onto the... I'm just going to pop that on top while I stick it down, just so it's not, again, glaring in your face. Just get it right. Yep. And now with this topper, this measures 3 by 2.25, and then I've done the edge, the corners the same. And then what I did was I used the clearly besotted stamp set that I got from lovely Fiona Whitehead, and I used Gorgeous Grape and Highland Heather, and I used I stamped them out, and then I used the aqua brush just to pull a little bit of the colour through, and then I added some bits of Wink of Stella, dash of Wink of Stella, and then I did a couple of the leaves from the set, painted them with, stamped them with Old Olive, and then pulled a little bit of the colour through and stuck a bit of Wink of Stella on there as well. So I'm just going to build that up using some dimensionals. See some through there. I'm going to put the whole thing on dimensionals as well, so I'm just going to pop a couple on. I'm not going to take the backs off yet. I'm going to pop some leaves in first. And then I think I'll do the big flower first. And then the second flower. I'm going to put the second flower here, so I'm going to put 2 dimensionals on the bottom one on top of each other, just to lift it up that little bit further for me, so that it's just standing up that little bit higher. And then I'm just going to get these other leaves, and I'm just going to pop those in, let them overlap the whole thing, and then the whole thing can be attached, and it's all going to raise off with the dimensionals. Okay, so let's just, I'm probably going to regret not attaching this first. I'm just thinking, I'm not quite sure what order I should have assembled in, but so far that's where we are. So this needs to be fastened onto there. Okay, right, so I'm going to just put some glue along this edge here. Fold that up nice and square, nice and straight. This is why I love being a part of the card making, paper crafting community, because you receive little random acts of kindness like this, and it inspires you to have a go at something you would never have tried in a million years. I would never have thought I could even make something like this. So yeah, definitely I wouldn't have dared have a go. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pop my glue on the back here. But because, you know, I've seen it and I loved it and I thought, I can probably not assembling it right, but I thought, yeah, I could probably do that. I can kind of see how it's been made. And I could probably do that for myself. And this is what happens when you share and work together and are nice and friendly and all of that. You get ideas. And it challenges you and it pushes you and it makes you improve, makes you feel better about yourself. I just feel happy knowing that I've made this beautiful creation. It might not be perfect. It's not perfect, but it's it's something I couldn't do. I didn't think I could do yesterday. And then I've used the Tailored Tag Punch, and I've used that gorgeous I Treasure Our Friendship, and I've embossed it in silver and embossed a few of the little leaf patterns around as well. And I don't know whether to pop mine on the top there or to pop it there. I think I'm going to pop it there. So I'm going to put a couple of dimensionals on. You'll have to excuse me. I've got this kind of, it's almost like the flu without the full. It's not in full effect, if you know what I mean. It's like the flu trying to happen but not quite getting there. So yeah, it's a little bit strange. So there we go. That's my card. I'm so pleased with that. I would never have even thought I could make something like that. I want to stick some on the top. But then again, you wouldn't see it if it was stood on your shelf. So you could put a ribbon or something around there and then it folds flat like that for posting. Isn't that fantastic? I'm so pleased with that. So there you go, you see. Push yourself a little bit, try something new, and you never know what you might come up with. To my subscribers, because I actually managed to crawl over 1,000 subscribers this weekend, and so I'm really, really, really chuffed. And I wanted to give a little gift away. You might have seen me unbox this recently, so I'm going to give this away. I can only send it to the UK, unfortunately, but if anybody who subscribed to me would like to just comment in the comments below, just saying if they would love to receive this from me as a little thank you to somebody for subscribing to me, then I'll pop it in the post. If you've not seen it, I did do it as part of an unboxing, and I did get myself another one, so I did get this specifically to give away. This is the one I have open. In fact, I've opened both of them, to be honest. So I haven't used anything out of them, but it's a card. It's a beautiful box for keeping cards in, and it's got index cards here for each month, so you can write birthdays down, pop them in, and then you can make all the cards to go in it. You can make 16 cards to go in there, and everything you need is included there, as well as the instructions. So that's a gorgeous kit from Stampin' Up. Anybody who would love to receive that, just put a comment below saying I'd love that, and then I'll stick all your names into a little hat, and I'll pick a name out and I'll send it to somebody. But really, yeah, thank you so much for your support and for subscribing. It just means a lot to me to get to 1,000 subscribers. It was a real target of mine, and so yeah, I just feel like I've achieved something. And I know it's been hard work. I've put a lot of effort into it, and one of the things I am going to be doing to celebrate my 1,000 subscribers is I'm going to do a little video on how to make a video. I've done a thing about starting a YouTube channel, and it was very popular, and lots of people commented, lots of people sent me messages about that. So I'm going to do another one in the same sort of vein, but saying my top tips for actually making a craft video. Okay, so watch out for that one, because I'll probably have a little giveaway with that one as well. So thanks so much, and yeah, it really means a lot. So if somebody would like to, and you can use this kit whether you're a seasoned card maker, you can make them up really quickly and have them to hand, or if you've never made a card in your life, you'll be able, all you'll need is some glue. Okay, so yeah, thanks so much, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.